You like a Diablo. You like a Diablo.
Oh man. Let me check and make sure I can't hear Devil's stream on top of my stream since I've got it running in the whatchamacallit. That would be bad.
My friend,
you're viewing my stream as well. You're viewing my stream as well. So you can get the Twitch drops. Twitch drops. Yeah, let me double check if I have the my drops should be automatically enabled when I start. My drops should be automatically enabled when I start.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I had it already enabled as it is on the settings. Oh, again, another Paragon point.
Alrighty. What's going on here?
Kick rock.
What's going on here?
Kick rock.
Where's my sound at?
On the bottom of the ocean.
Too many small fries. There we go. Too many
Small fries. Wait, McDonald's?
I'm offline. Wait a minute.
You offline, sir.
There's my Paragon point.
You guys drink
there we
toilet
go.
water? Don't.
Where's my sound at? God damn it.
Don't
Where's my
Damn it.
Let's see how hard it is to kill this one.
Alrighty. Did that fix it? Did I not have sound this whole fucking time? Uh-oh.
There we go. Sacred amulet. Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Sacred amulet. Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Bad legendary effect though. Oh. Actually, wait, this is the effect that Jeep was telling me about.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Actually, wait, this is the effect. Becoming injured while crowd controlled.
Yeah?
Makes you unstoppable for 4 seconds.
Got it.
Becoming injured while prevents you from dying while I'm CC'd. Makes you unstoppable for 4 seconds. Because you can't get potions while you're CC'd.
Got it.
So it prevents you from dying while I'm CC'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use the flame shield and teleport, no biggie. And I can't use any of my other abilities. I can use my shout, but my shout doesn't make me unstoppable right now.
Okay.
You can't use potions. I don't know if I can use my shouts while I'm CC'd before I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
Teleport though.
Yeah, you can use the flame shield and teleport.
Alright, so that's working there.
I can use my shout, but my shout doesn't make me need to finish this renown point. I don't know if I can use my shouts while I'm CC'd before I'm unstoppable.
Alright, so that's working there.
Or I need to finish renown point. And it gives me a quarter for Paragon level. Waypoint unlocked. So it gives me 120 points.
Can you rush people in that game, or how does that even work?
Not for stories. Well, I mean, we can.
Oh no, you can rush people for story too.
We can kill shit fast.
Can I get leveled fast or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you rush people in that game, or how does that even work?
Not for stories. Well, I mean, we can.
Oh no, you can rush people for story too.
We can kill shit fast. we
Can
go.
I get
Another
level
rare.
fast or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good. I got my sound working properly. What the fuck just happened?
Oh, another rare.
There we go. Oh, good. I got my sound working properly. What the fuck just happened? There we go.
All right, D4 is up.
Nice.
I'm gonna make a necro. Right meow. Necromancer. All right, D4 is up.
Nice.
I'm gonna make a necro.
Right meow.
Create a new character. .org. Necromancer. Spawn. What's up, homie? Create a new character. .org. Thanks, babe.
All right. Back down this way.
What, babe?
That's what I'll do real quick. I gotta open that guy up.
Dev, where you live again?
California. Anaheim.
California. Anaheim. Okay. Daft, where do you live?
California?
They both, Daft and Dev both live in Cali.
What?
I was just
What?
asking to tell my wife.
Devil lives in Florida.
Devil lives in Florida. Daft lives in Cali.
Yeah.
Says everybody from West Virginia is a bunch of fucking inbred. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that.
Something, 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 Velcro gloves, something, something.
I mean, I'll go get the pizza if you really want me to.
Yeah, she wants you to.
I know she does. I mean, I'll breastfeed him.
Yeah, she wants you to do that too.
Here, Bobby. Look at my titties.
Dev and them they're really already high level in this because if you pay for the Ultimate Edition, you could keep your character's stats. I just never paid for that stuff.
Keep your character stats. What are you talking about?
What?
I thought that if you had the Ultimate Edition, when you played that character, you never lost your skills. Or like,
Oh, the beta was still wiped, but we got access the first
We
to
had the
the
Ultimate
sixth.
Edition. We had 3 or 4 days early access. That's what we had.
I didn't start playing hardcore till like the day it launched. So
I'm not that high of a level anyways.
You're trying to figure out who to play. And
is
you're out
Corp Explosion in this game called Decompose?
nope. Corpse Explosion is Corpse Explosion.
All right, I'm just picking skills right now, and you said I can change this shit later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just try out all the different abilities.
Very nice.
And focus on your core abilities and your generators.
In my what?
Your first. Okay, so when you look at the talent tree, Like, just look at the first two nodes, or the first two, big node things. So the first node is your basic skills. Those are your generators.
Yes.
The second node are your spenders.
Like where it goes down to another level type deal?
So no, like you'll use your one generates essence and one spins essence.
Hold on. I'm drinking, so this is like ridiculous.
Did you ever play Diablo 3?
Yeah, but I thought right now it's probably been very, very long time.
Okay, so like if you're going bone,
Okay.
you'll use bone splinters to generate essence, and then you'll use bone spear to spin your essence.
Does it
And the
tell you?
abilities are color coded. So like purple abilities synergize really well, red abilities synergize really well, and brown abilities synergize really well. Your summoning abilities are blue, your corpse abilities are green.
What's the way to go on the Necro?
Well, so on softcore I went bone. So I did bone splinters and then bone spear. On hardcore I'm going blood, so I have hemorrhage and I'm using blood lance. But my wife went reap and she's going melee. She's using reap and then corpse explosion. Because corpse explosion uses corpses rather than essence. So she just doesn't even use essence.
Is essence like a skill form like fire, cold, lightning? Is that what that is?
Like mana.
It's like mana.
Okay. That makes more. But you can always revoke skills and go back if you don't like something.
Yeah. If you don't like something, you can change it around.
Okay.
Yeah, and that only costs a small portion of gold, so.
Yeah.
Because
it's on like 1 gold right now.
I figured. I mean, can you do bone summoner?
Yeah.
Corpse?
Yeah, you can find skills.
Like you don't actually get so right now I'm going blood, and so I'm using a blood spender and a blood generator. But all the rest of my skills are summoning, and I have a curse.
So I can do bone with corpse and summoning.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that I mean that's like the route that I would like to take.
Yeah, you can take all individual routes if you want to. Doesn't matter.
I almost want to play this game with my controller. I feel like it's.
Oh, that
easier.
is fun as shit.
I feel like it'd be
you right
easier
now.
that way.
It maps really well to the controller. Like my wife's been playing it solely on the controller, and like it's definitely designed with that in mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
so say I'm going bone, meth, bone, corpse explosion, and summoning. So if I got my level 3 second skill, do I just continue to put it into bone splinters until I get to the next stage?
All right, so I would suggest
I'm on stream right now if you want to peek. I mean, to me, this is all new. I haven't played Diablo 3 since it first came out, and then I never played it from that first year. So now I'm just kind of like, bleh. So no wonder this game makes my head hurt.
I got you. So yeah, take bone splinters and then go down its tree, and then go to bone spear and go down its tree, and then
prison.
Then the next tier, there's bone prison. I didn't pick bone prison. I don't particularly like it.
I never did. So that's
especially because you can't just spam it and fill the whole screen up with it. So it's not as good as it was in Diablo 2.
So what about this right here? Okay, when I get to this, okay, so I'm going to pick Bone Spear here.
Yeah.
But, so I don't pick any of these?
So you're not going to want to pick the other active abilities.
Right here?
Sever, Blight, Blood Surge, or Blood Lance. Like, those abilities will be for the different other builds. Like, you're going to focus on Bone Spear. But like Unraveling Energy, Imperfect Balance, and Hewed Flesh, those are passives. That's why they're little square or little circles instead of big squares.
This?
Well, let me take a look.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like stop your shit.
No. You're fine. Okay, so those are modifiers to the ability that they're attached to.
So do I help with these modifiers?
Yeah, so like you'll decide whether you want to use vulnerable or to have it shatter in. I think it hits the same enemy 3 times. Crit. It gives you crit or vulnerability. I picked vulnerability because like there's a lot of stuff that gives it vulnerability. And vulnerability, it tells you right there, it does 20% increased damage.
Yeah. Now, when I get the bone spear, I have to decide the same thing.
Yeah. You either go vulnerable or you get the... I think that one bounces.
But it says a bone spear primarily projectiles critical strikes. It fires 2 additional bone shards upon being destroyed.
Yeah, so it'll like shatter into pieces and hit other things. It does more AoE damage.
So can you do one and the other, or?
Nope, you gotta pick between those 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then,
so then, like bone splinters, do you rank it to number 5 or no?
I haven't put any points into ranking anything up. You probably do that later.
Correct.
I've gotten some points from gear. So like my blood lance is rank 2, but I've only put 1 point into it. And then,
so same thing for corpse explosion. Then you have to pick enhanced to get to the plague corpse explosion for the vulnerability.
Yeah, you either go with the vulnerability or you go with the one that makes it shadow damage.
I feel like vulnerability is always a better pick critical because vulnerability
darkness
picks all your other enemies.
I like vulnerability. Like the way I was building with my bone spear, it's really nice. There's one thing you got to note though, the golem. You get a quest for it at 25. After you finish the quest, it's a skill. Like your skeletons are a skill. So yes. Like it will take up a slot on your bar of your 6 skills that you can use. So keep that in mind.
So let's say, okay. Are you looking at my stream?
I can, yeah. Let me see. What you got?
So when I get to this general area, and I go to bone spear and I pick vulnerable or crit, I have to pick this one either way to get to these 2.
Yeah.
What about this?
Okay, so hewed flesh, that's a passive. Like you just put points into those. And then it'll do the thing. So like I have a bunch of passives. For my build, I've got like most of them are further down though. In the next node, you have passives that affect your that one. The blue skill right there, that affects your skeletons as the first ability that actually affects your skeletons. So obviously if you wanted to, you can skip the core skills and not take a core skill by just putting 3 points into like hewed flesh or the 2 at the top. Which actually, hewed flesh is really important if you want to use the skeletons, because otherwise you'll end up running out of corpses on boss fights. And then like you'll have no minions.
So you want to have the hewed flesh and put points in your skeleton war mask. But what about like spiked armor? Like I don't understand how these all play their effects. Obviously, you've played this to a point where you have somewhat of an understanding. So, like, looking at this, it makes my brain hurt. Because then if you start going down farther, it's like, what do I do? Oh, so once you hit 32...
So what I would suggest doing, like, is just start moving down the tree. And don't even worry about the next node. Just look at the node you're on and get the stuff you want out of it. Move on to the next one and get the stuff you want out of it.
So bone summoning corpse. So then I would go to these essences, right? Or not essences. Go to these right here, enhanced bone splinters, and then pick between critical and vulnerable, and initiate bone splinters and acolytes bone splinters.
Yeah, so you go down that tree, you spend your first 3 points in that node,
But
and then you move.
Sorry, so I would definitely click this one, and then I have to pick between the vulnerability and the critical strike.
Yeah,
and that because you don't want to pick both, right?
Well, you can't pick both. When you pick one, it locks you out of picking the other.
Okay, I understand.
That's why when you scroll over, it puts a little X over the other one.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah. And then you'll move down to your core node and just pick all of the things you want out of that core node and then move on to the corpse and macabre. Unless you want to, like, get corpse explosion as quick as you can, in which case go get that.
So if I'm definitely going let's just talk D2 terms. If I want to go to the bone corpse summoning, I want to hit here, and then I want to pick between vulnerable and critical, and then I want to hit bone.
Yep.
Same. And
then you'll pick corpse explosion.
And the same vulnerable and crit.
And then you're going to want to up your skeletons so they don't die as much, because they're going to die a lot.
So on 3, you want to max that.
Yeah, you want to max that guy out.
And then bone prison, just kind of skip it.
Yeah, I skip bone prison.
Did you put any points in the Grim Harvest and Fueled by Death?
So Grim Harvest and Fueled by Death might be good, but you may want to pick them up later. Unless you need more points to move down the tree. Because in the next tree, or the next node with curses, you have access to Skeletal Mage Mastery, which is really good. You also have Decrepify or Iron Maiden that you can pick. I don't know if you want to use a curse. If you don't want to use a curse, you just put 3 points into Skeletal Mage Mastery and then go back to your Corpse and Macabre and put your points into Grim Harvest and Fueled by Death. So you can move down to the next node in the tree where you have what all do we have in this one that you might want?
Corpse Dendrils, Necrotic Carapace?
You probably want Necrotic Carapace. Which is when Hewed Flesh, back here at the beginning procs, it'll give you Fortified, which is a 10% damage reduction.
This is so complex.
Yeah, the Fortify is a little bit more complicated. It's part of the blood build. Focuses around it. Anyway, what Fortified is basically, it gives you an overshield. And when you meet a certain threshold on the overshield, you get a 10% damage reduction.
Are you using curses at this place at moment?
I like the curses because Decrepify, they baked an execute into it. So if you go down and you pick Horrid Decrepify, like you can instant kill things at 10% health. And then Iron Maiden has a heal baked into it. And amplify damage. That's what it was. They had amplify damage baked in there.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so it gets pretty complicated. But
when you're high level, can you go back and get a bunch of shit?
Yeah. So I got down to the bottom, the key passive, so that I could get for my bone character, I picked Ossified Essence. And then I immediately went back to Corpse and Macabre and started maxing out the bone skills that are at the bottom of it next to Bone Spirit. Because there's 12 points you got to put in right there.
Trying to find the Bone Spirit. I see that. 3, 6, 9.
Yeah,
and
each
12.
one of those is 3. And then, like, if you're going summoning, if you go down to the ultimate node, there's your 12 passives right there. And that's what I'm working on my hardcore character right now, is maxing that out, and then the blood passives.
Which would be the Rathma's Viger.
Let me see. Where is Rathma's Vigor? I'm working on gruesome mending and transfusion and those ones there. Oh, Rathma's Vigor is the blood one. Yeah. No, actually, for my blood build, I went with Kalim's Edict. And then my wife's going with Shadow Blight for her build because she doesn't, she gets hit a lot because she's going melee.
Okay.
So the summoning one where you don't get hit for a couple seconds, that's kind of hard.
This
when
is
she's
really
like punching things.
So basically, if you don't like your build or you feel like you fucked up, you just pay gold prices. You can go back and asphyxiate what you didn't do.
Yeah, and you have two options. You can refund all, or you can just pull points out of the tree and put them in somewhere else. And sometimes you can't pull points out if there's not enough points to push the tree. Like if I go down here to the bottom and I have my key passive, I can't then, without an extra point, go in and pull a point out somewhere before in the tree without pulling out the passive, because there's X points on the like if you look at the pathway between your nodes,
because there's skill requirements to go down to the next tree, and if you're below that, you can't go.
Also, if you click on the arrow button on the edge of the talent pane there, it'll pull that across to the entirety of your screen.
Wait, one more time on the last part.
If you click on the triangle button on the edge of the talent pane.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah, that guy right there. The big red button with a triangle on it. Yeah, that. Click on that.
Okay.
And now you can see more of the tree.
What do you mean?
And if you look at my my stream, I'm actually like, I've got my build up right now.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, so you can take a look at it.
Stronghold? Okay.
And like, yeah, so I went all the way down here to get the key passive, and then I started putting points back, filling the tree.
Oh, you're already in a party.
To go back and fill the other things, like the other.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah. You just have to pick and choose which one you're gonna pick.
Yeah.
To get.
But it took me. No, it took me like, I don't know. I'm probably 40 hours in on this character to get here. So I've had time to like read through all of these nodes when I got to them. Which is why I was saying, like, when you start, you just gonna look at this guy.
Yeah.
And try these abilities out.
To see where you want to go.
And then look at this guy. And note with the Necromancer, you don't have to use these guys. You can use this instead. Because these use essence, and then this uses corpses. There's also, which is super helpful, these filters. Like, if you want to use corpse and minion, maybe not corpse and minion, but if you want to use just corpses, it'll show you, like, decompose will generate a corpse. That ability is affected by a corpse. That does corpse. And then you click on minion, and it'll show you minion. So, like, if you want to do corpses and minions, you probably want to do decompose and acolytes decompose. So you get 10% minion damage, and then that generates you a corpse. And then This guy's kind of cool. I use this on the beta. But you can put 3 points into Hued Flesh and 3 points into that, and that'll get you to Corpse Explosion, and you can just not use Essence. There's a legendary you can get that increases your damage if your Essence is maxed out.
As I say, I thought about running Bone, Corpse, Explosion, and Summoning. Is that an actual possibility? I mean,
well, so the only issue that you'd have with that is that the Golem is a button, and Raised Skeleton is a button, and then if you have an ulti like Army of the Dead, that's a button. So like I have my generator, my spender, and then just a curse.
Who'd you invite?
huh?
The person that was in my party.
Mm.
Oh, I need to empty my inventory.
So I'm better off picking 2 instead of 3.
I actually have an extra point because I put that in there.
My inventory is full.
You probably want to pick just 2. I mean, you could use the bone spender and then or the bone generator here, the basic skill.
What if I just went Bone and Summoning then?
I can't even enter that portal.
You could do that. That's actually what I'm doing on softcore.
I can't enter that portal though.
Which one?
The one you sent me.
What, Shinzo's?
And then you have the Book of the Dead, which allows you to modify your summons. This unlocks slowly. You get different, each one of these, Skirmishers, Defenders, and Reapers, do
I'm gonna go
whatever this is up here at the top, right there adjacent to my mouse. Like, so the Defenders have a durable shield and 15% increased life. And then you can modify them with this. So it's either they do
I'm coming.
they negate instances of damage, or like I picked, they do more thorns damage.
My portal while I'm loading into a portal
To help against enemies.
Yeah, because I got spiked armor, and then shields have thorns, but focuses will have or don't have thorns. And focuses are treated as a weapon for the purpose of gems, where shields are treated as armor.
That makes more sense.
So, like, if I was to put this in a weapon or a focus, it would give me 9% ultimate. But if I was to put this same diamond in my shield, it would give me barrier generation.
So they did good. Them. It's just a matter of figuring out your happiness between everything.
Yeah, they brought this game in level of complexity forward from Diablo 2 to where the other ARPGs are. So like Path of Exile and Woken and all of that. It's really cool. I like it a lot. It takes a minute though. And I would suggest going out to like
running all this too.
Going out to like a talent calculator and just sitting down and reading through everything, because there's more. That when you get to level 50, you unlock the Paragon board, and I haven't even looked at that yet. For all I know, like this could just be the tip of the iceberg. Like I was looking at like how big the Paragon board is, and it's pretty fucking huge.
I've never looked at anything. That's because you're a god. In Diablo 2, I get a lot of things, but this one here makes my mind feel like a fucking bag of spaghetti.
Well, no, Jeep's the one who boosted me up there a bit.
What I would suggest doing, what I did when I started on the beta, because I learned a lot during the beta, is I just went to the keywords, clicked minions, and got all the skills that were for the minions. And then started reading through stuff later.
Yeah, because you can always just revoke it.
Because like, well, these skills are primarily the purple ones. The darkness skills are primarily focused on the minion synergy. The blood orbs here that you generate from hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Which is like the most complicated skill you have. Blood orbs heal you for 15% of your health. Well, so like I'm down here. Now blood orbs heal my minions for 45% of 15% of my health.
Huh.
So now the blood orbs heal the minions when they spawn, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
Because they die so fucking much, let me tell you. And my gear's not even that bad. Like, I've got mostly relevant gear. I need new boots because those are garbage. Everything's above 25. Except for those boots. And that chest piece. Oh, the helmet. But it gives me a rank of Decrepify. Yeah, let me put this point in. Oh, yeah, so in the Book of the Dead, there's a third option over here. And these ones are passives that it gives you when you don't have the minions. Which my Bone Necro on Softcore isn't using anything but the Golem. Because I wanted to use Bone Spirit, which is fucking fun. Corpse Tendrils are interesting.
This
And
whole
Bone
thing
Storms.
seems interesting.
Bone Storm's real fun. I really liked all of the abilities, but don't think about ulties as ultimate abilities. Think about them as long cooldown abilities.
Yeah,
because some of them don't seem so pinnacly ultimate, but they're all really good.
Yeah.
Like Army of the Dead is all right until you get over here where it summons all of your minions back. And then it becomes once a minute, I can resurrect all of my minions without corpses. Which is super helpful when they're all dead on a boss fight and I'm about to die. Yeah, I can't see the Paragon tree yet. And then take some time to read through your stats there, and then this little pane, your materials and stats button, will open up and explain more of the stats, because there's a lot of stats.
I think that'll be for later when he looks at the base stats.
Yeah, well, because like understanding how like overpower and stuff works.
Yeah, but that's when he'd be more sober.
Right.
That's what I meant later. Just the basic 4 stats of your intellect, strength, dexterity, and what they do.
Yeah, just be familiar with what those do, because you can get that gear early on, and then it's going to slowly give you other stuff.
And just so you know, that strength for a Necro actually just doesn't do anything, but it does increase armor.
I know, strength doesn't do anything for the Necro.
You want to do your
armor. It does do something at least.
Abilities for your skills.
All right, one more.
Not much, is it? It seems your prayers have been answered.
What does that do?
Oh, fucker.
I noticed this boss fight's taking me a lot longer.
That's cool. Blood mist triggers corpse explosion on surrounding corpses. When blood mist detonates a corpse, its cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. I might want to keep that. Here we go. So as you level up, I wanna tell you about this because this is real cool. As you level up, your boots will gain effects that affect your dodge button. So your space bar.
Yeah, I'm using that right now on this boss.
So like my level 15 boots, when you dodge, they give me 30% movement speed for 1 second. But I just got these new boots at level 28 that give me +1 max evade charge, and that is significantly better. For the Necromancer anyway. Because that gives you 2 dodges.
Over here, said.
Yeah. I don't know about attacks reduce evade cooldown by 0.6 seconds. That might be better.
Yeah.
But having two is real good for big attacks to get out of.
I'll tell you what, though, using this Necromancer, this boss fight is taking a lot longer than a rogue or the fucking source.
Oh, yeah. You don't do a lot of damage till later.
Let's see. All right, I need 100 points, and then I get a skill point here.
What did I take my point out of?
I have all 3 strongholds here. Shit. All right, there you go. There's your 1 stronghold. Oh, I got to talk to the Whisper Tree. At least I can do that while I'm in a party.
Oh man, I almost forgot I gotta go cook dinner. I did no leveling. I instead helped Tracy out.
Sorry.
Nah, it's cool.
No, I don't. I'm like dumbfounded in this game right now, so do not.
That's fine.
No, I know a bunch of people who are having a lot of trouble with it.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to help them all out.
And yeah, it's better to keep the interest going than just let them give up and just whatever.
I mean, I really enjoy it. I just hope that the farther along I get, the better, more experience that I will receive.
Oh, will.
You know what I mean?
Like with Diablo 3, like when I first picked that up, there was a lot to take in. And I mean, like, the same thing with like WoW or other MMOs. There's like so much to take in, and then you're just like, oh, I'm finally learning everything.
Who's Shizno?
Shinzo
Who
is the
who's
great
Shinzo?
and powerful.
That's you, huh?
No, that's not me.
He's here.
Yeah, it's me.
I'm Daft Jack the Insane.
I'm following him, actually. Where's Dev?
Right here.
I don't know.
Right here, what?
I'm way over here by the Whisper Tree.
Oh, you're ahead of us?
I'm trying to find my way to the Whisper Tree.
Yeah, this Necromancer's weak at first. Very weak.
I'm trying to find my way to the
Yeah, you don't do a whole lot of damage, but you have like all the survivability ever.
But looks like it's not going to lead me that way. Hold on. All right, I'm way back over there.
Where'd you get? Where did you go?
To Carlos?
I was
doing my storyline.
Huh?
That's what I was doing, my storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it told me I can go to the Whisper Tree, but apparently not.
It looks like when you disconnect, it drops you out almost immediately, so that's good.
What did you say?
While I'm in town.
You gonna put a TP up so we can come, or?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. We got a battle going.
I was going to ask you to get me some, but never mind.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta go eat or go make dinner.